I love painting this design. I know it might not be your style. Some of you might roll your eyes, but stick around because I'm about to show you the foundational stencil skills that will make any custom sneaker design way easier. Stop watching now, and you're just gonna make things harder for yourself later. We're gonna break this down into 5 simple steps that I use for every custom. Master these, and you can go from average customs to professional looking work. Step 1, client mock-up and approval. The first thing that you want to do is go back and forth with your client. Show them mock-ups, test color combinations, and guide them towards options that will actually work on the shoes. Sometimes clients know what they like, but they don't know what will translate well onto the sneaker. So this is where your expertise comes in. This step locks in the design direction so that once we start painting, everything is finalized and ready to go. Step 2, prep, mask, and protect shoes. Once the design is approved, we will move into prep, one of the most important steps in the entire process. If the paint doesn't stick, nothing else matters. Supplies you will need: deglazer or acetone, cotton pads, Q-tips, nitrile gloves, 3M respirator mask, and IPG masking tape. I prep using a deglazer and cotton pads because they leave less fuzz behind than cotton balls. For small creases and tight areas, Q-tips help to get in those areas so the paint adheres properly. Even after prepping, tiny fibers or dust can still be left behind, so I always use IPG masking tape to lift anything remaining off the surface. After prep, mask and protect any areas you don't want paint on. You can remove the laces or just tape over them. I usually tape mine just to save time. Just remember, anything fabric, laces or stitching or even the sock liner, if paint gets on it, it's permanent. Step 3, paint the swoosh and stitching. After prepping and protecting, I start painting using Angelus paint and Princeton brushes because they give great control, smooth coverage, and consistency. When painting over stitching, I thin the paint slightly with a little bit of water so it soaks into the threads instead of sitting on top. If you skip this, paint can scratch off later and show the original thread color. You do want to be careful near edges though, because stitching connects to other stitching. If you use too much, it can spread into other areas you don't want colored. For this design, I originally tried a 3D swoosh with a few simple lines, and honestly, it didn't look right. So I switched approaches and did a cartoon style effect, lighter curve on the top, small highlight at the bottom, and a darker curve underneath it. That small adjustment made it look way cleaner and more dimensional. Step 4, apply stencils and base colors. When it's time to stencil, here's the process I follow. Weed the stencil, apply transfer tape, position it carefully, remove the transfer tape, and then use a heat gun to help it stick slightly better. Before applying your design color, seal the stencil using 1 or 2 thin layers of the shoe's base color or neutral paint. This lessens the likelihood of paint bleed and keeps edges crisp. Then apply your color, pink or blue in this case, in light layers, slowly building coverage. If you're interested in custom stencils, follow the link below to order from me. Last step, step 5, detail work, top coat, and final review. So finally, refine details, edges, highlights, shadows, and small corrections so that everything looks clean and polished. For these shapes, I added highlights and shadows to the stars and hearts. You can't just place highlights or shadows anywhere. They have to match a logical light source or it looks off. Decide where your light source is coming from first, then apply highlights and shadows consistently. This right here is the most satisfying part. Then step back and review the entire shoe, touch up any areas that need it. Once everything looks right, seal it with a finisher for durability and protection. This is what gives your customs that professional finish. So real quick, here are the 5 steps again. Go ahead and screenshot this so that you can save it for later. Master these 5 steps and custom sneakers become way easier. If you want more beginner sneaker tutorials, comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe if this has helped you level up your custom game. This is HJ. As always, happy creating. Comment with some heart emojis if you're still watching this and I'll reply back to you.